Hi friends, welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today's video is a challenge video. It is the solid color challenge. If you are new to the channel, then this may be your first time seeing me do a solid color challenge, but I have done one in the past. I did the color blue, and that was 5 months ago. I can't believe it's been that long. I just can't even believe I've been posting videos for that long. It's so crazy. Time has honestly flown by, and yeah, so this is my second build in the solid color challenge. I also want to mention that my friend Maggie did green recently as well, and her build is amazing, and I definitely recommend you check it out. And I'm also doing this challenge because I was challenged by a few people. Khaleesim, and I'm pretty sure maybe one other person. I can't remember off the top of my head. Maybe it was Maggie. Yeah, it was somebody, I think. I'll definitely check, and maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? I'm probably wrong. But anyways, I really love this challenge, and I was planning on doing it again soon, but in the span of a couple days it seemed to be that a couple of people wanted to see me try this again and probably make a fool of myself. I don't think I made a fool of myself here. I think this house actually looks really nice, better than some of my other builds. That being said, green is a lot tougher than I had anticipated. When I did the blue color, it was tough, to say the least. But green is a challenge within itself because many of the items that say they're green aren't really green, and I would argue that some of the items I used probably aren't majority green, like the dining table. Even though the frame is green, the tabletop, which is what you mostly see when you're playing, is it's brown. So I don't know, maybe I cut a few corners, but I didn't put any TVs in this house because, I don't know, for the modern aesthetic, I thought it was better to have no TVs than to have a Penguin TV. That's not saying that a Penguin TV isn't modern. I think it's very modern, but I just wanted to kind of challenge myself here, and I think a good way to challenge myself was to not put a TV in because, you know, I'm American and TV just rules our life pretty much. And yeah, but this is the second time that I've recorded this voiceover, and this video will hopefully be going up on Monday, and I am doing this voiceover Sunday night because I wasn't happy with my first voiceover for a reason that might shock you. So when I was doing the voiceover, everything sounded fine, and then I play it back after, you know, doing all the stuff and getting ready to export it pretty much, and I noticed in the span of about 30 seconds I say and like about 45 times, and I wish that was an exaggeration, but I was like every couple words, and I know I just kept saying like a bunch that entire time, and I've also said in this video, and maybe I'll edit those out, maybe I won't, but the issue was just the amount of times and how frequently I was saying it. I think that had to do with the fact that I had nothing to talk about, or I didn't know what I wanted to talk about. And now that I've done this voiceover before and I have something to complain about, I have something to talk about, and that's what I have to talk about. Another thing I want to mention is that I recently hit 200 subscribers. The number has shifted up and down a bit since then, but it's holding steady, you know, like 201, which is fine. And I just want to say thank you so much for all 200 of you. It means the world to me. I did not expect to ever hit 200. I didn't expect to hit 100. I didn't expect to hit 50. I didn't really expect to get any subscribers. I could have gone down the whole way and it would have been a true statement. I started this because, well, for a couple reasons. One of the main reasons I started posting Sims videos is because I spent a lot of money for a year license of Adobe Creative Cloud, and I didn't know what to do with it after I was done with school, and it was just going to be sitting around because I was having trouble finding work. So I just started using that for videos. And I haven't actually mentioned this before, but the goal, not the goal, but I honestly didn't see myself doing it past January when the license was going to end, because I wasn't going to re-up the license right away. And yeah, it was just going to be a kind of 6-month thing. And I don't know, I fell in love with it, and even if I had 10 subscribers, I would still probably be doing it, because I feel like it is something that, I really love doing, and I also love the challenge it provides, both in terms of making videos and making builds. That was a tough word to find, I guess. But yeah, I'm just, there's no end in sight for me, at least now. I've switched programs. I'm no longer using Adobe, and I think it's really weird to think about, yeah, it's cool. Anyways, that was kind of a ramble, but the front of the house, I do want to mention, I used the Laundry Day stuff pack for kind of like a laundry area, which presumably is why you would use the Laundry Day stuff pack. But I didn't have a lot of space inside for it, and it kind of reminded me of like my friend's house as a kid. I remember they had a covered patio like on the side yard that they had their washer and dryer on, which I lived in a mildly warm place growing up, so it kind of made sense. It was fairly dry, but yeah, so it's kind of a throwback to, I guess, my old friend, whatever he's up to. Maybe he's got a washer and dryer still on the side of his house, who knows. But I also had to add a fountain in because the pool had no green border, which is just so annoying. I wish it did. And knowing that I was going to place a fountain, I knew full well that meant I'd have to place the green water for the fountain. And that was not fun, to say the least, because yeah, it's kind of gross and murky. I also, as I'm watching this video through, I do, like, for the third time, I realize that there are a bunch of like pauses that I forgot to edit out, which is annoying, to say the least, but it shouldn't be too tough. It's part lag, I think, and also part I was taking breaks and not turning off my screen recorder, because when I do something like that, I'll like either step away from my computer for a second or look at my phone or something, and in my head I'll tell myself, oh, I'll just remember to edit that out, in post. And oftentimes I forget, because I feel like I don't even think I'm gonna do it when I tell myself that. I think I just say that to myself to kind of reassure me so I'm not getting stressed. Yeah, I guess I'm looking out for myself, but I'm doing a terrible job at making videos. I do wish there was more green clutter items. There's a lot of tissue boxes, and the other clutter items that appear are also sometimes thrown about the house. I do love that I was able to use the collection of limes, whatever you call that, because limes are amazing. Limes are great on food, in drinks, in just plain. I think limes are delicious food. They're probably not the best thing to eat for your teeth, but I've always been a fan of sour kind of food, so I like lemons, I like limes, and yeah, I probably have eaten more than I should. I'll just like take bites. Like, I'm not super weird. I don't think. Let's be honest. It's probably a bit weird that I do that, but I honestly think it's delicious. Just brush your teeth, not immediately afterwards, because fun fact, if you don't know, brushing your teeth immediately after eating acidic foods can actually be worse for you than waiting, because then you're pushing the acidity into your enamel or whatever and making it worse. Don't know why I told you that. That was a weird thing to say, but hopefully you can take that information with you for whatever, I don't know. This build is wrapping up, and we are soon getting to screenshots. I'm just kind of adding the finishing touches, some lights. Actually, I think immediately after I added these lights, I went and took the screenshots. And then when I was first gonna do the voiceover, I noticed that there were a couple things missing in the build, as well as the wall color. You might notice I just changed the wall color to a deeper green. That is the green that shows up on the thumbnail, so you might have seen that. But when I was in editing software, the outside wall looked blue to me, and I took it into the color channels, and it was blue, so I had to change it to green, because that'd be embarrassing if most people saw it and thought it was blue. So it just made sense to change. I know a couple of the floors say they're green, but they do look a little more blue. But if it's inside, who really cares? You saw me. I had the green filter on, so everything I used was pretty much green, unless I forgot. Oh, geez. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If it was your first video and you want to join 200 other wonderful people, then I highly recommend you subscribe. And also, don't forget to like the video and let me know down in the comments below if there's any other challenges that you want me to do. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.